need help, guys.
Yeah, you
laughing
do.
at me.
You peed in the bed.
One day when I snap, y'all are gonna be like, you know what? I saw the signs.
I
just didn't think he'd actually do it. I mean, I knew he would, but.
But then I questioned myself, would he really do it?
And then he did it, and I was like, oh, I knew he'd do it. And here I am talking to you.
He did it.
The news reporter does. Buddhas.
Who you talking about?
His cats weren't. That's it. We killed Dakota. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm crying. I'm not okay. I'll take it back. Oh, I'm crying.
Oh, man. I'm sorry you had to be a sacrificial lamb, Botus.
I'll take it.
Who has sacrificed him or me?
Oh. I know it feels like you, but it was definitely him.
Oh, okay.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Gosh.
So I got called fat by an old lady.
The poop scoop.
That was fun.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Old ladies are fun.
I hate old ladies.
My nana's an old lady.
Well, I don't like her either then.
Oh.
I'm just playing. I don't know your name. Actually, I know one of them.
No.
Anyway. So I took medicine out to this lady. It was hot. I had on a black shirt. She's like, why are you wearing that dark shirt? I was like, I don't know. It's just the first one I grabbed. And she's like, wearing those dark colors trying to look smaller than you are.
Ooh.
I was like, girl. I was like,
Man.
I'm glad you're going to die in a few years. That's the only reason I'm going to let you slide. Shoot. I'm sick of old people, man. Next old person calls me fat, I'm going to go in the nursing home and cough and shut that whole place down. put them on lockdown. And they're going to be eating in their rooms again. They're going to be mad.
Speaking of eating, we are sponsored by Arby's. We're not really sponsored by Arby's.
But we can be.
Yeah. Ooh.
Hint, hint. Shout out to my boy Alex at Ardmore Arby's. That's my guy. Go there and get some food. Get a lot of food. Get the meat mountain. You won't regret it. You probably will.
But not at the moment.
But you will be a little bit cooler than you were.
Either way, you know you want some curly fries.
Some curly fries.
Oh my god. Always want curly fries.
Or a beef and cheddar. Or a French dip. Or some apple or cherry turnovers.
Like, it's so heartbroken every time I go and they're like, oh, we're out. And I'm like, I know because they're so good.
Are they really?
Yeah, the turnovers? Yeah.
Dang.
I don't eat those things.
I do.
There's too much like pie, and I hate pie. You know.
So you don't like the fried pies?
No. Don't like any pie.
So you hate old women
Yeah.
and pies.
Yeah, that sums it up.
Oh,
Old women are evil, man. They just say whatever they want. And they're like, because I'm 80 years old, I can do that. I'm like, no, you can't, Ethel. Shut the heck up. Flip your wheelchair over in this grass. You better leave me alone.
So what are some, like, crazy stuff you've witnessed at your job?
Oh, at the pharmacy, man. The other day, this man rolled up to the pharmacy on a bicycle with 2 flats and asked me to take him to the hospital because he thought he was having a heart attack. And when I told him I'd call him an ambulance, he said, never mind, and took off on his bike again.
Nope.
That was real weird.
So I'm trying to imagine him actually taking off though.
It wasn't
He
quick.
said, I'm out.
It wasn't quick. It wasn't quick.
Preach ya.
He's riding off. He said, juke move.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
Watch your ankles.
He probably told his whole family that night, man, I juked this guy at the pharmacy. Dude could not catch me.
I nearly gave that dude whiplash,
Yeah.
man.
Should have been like Papa Willie. Luckily, I've never been in like a stick-up situation, but I don't imagine it would go well if
I can change
did.
that.
If you rob my pharmacy, don't do that, cause I'm not getting on the ground, and I'm not gonna help you open the register. You're gonna have to shoot me, cause I'm gonna be in there cracking jokes. I'm gonna be like, "What are you gonna do? Shoot me?" Like, I'm a robber. I stick up pharmacies for a living.
It's a great impression of Robert.
I feel like it actually happened.
That's how they sound.
I do what I can for my peeps. You know? So,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, you know. Is there any like crazy action that goes on as a forklift driver? Rodeo extraordinaire.
Nope, nothing super crazy. There was one time, because we have a dry side and a freezer, and there's this one time this older guy, I want to say in his
Old people.
I want to say he was like in his like mid 60s maybe, and he's out there, but he had a heart attack in the freezer once,
Oh.
and
Oh,
Did he juke
I
you?
didn't-
yeah.
I didn't expect it to go like that.
He had a heart attack in the freezer, and I was on the dry side, and all of a sudden I see, because there's these big doors that all our equipment can go through, but there's a little door on the side if people walk through it. All of a sudden I saw one of my friends come through that side door, and she's running to the supervisor's office, and all of a sudden she's running back, and like the lead and the supervisor at the time just came walking out and just walking over there, and she's over here running, and I'm like, oh, well, I mean, it can't be that bad, you know, if they're just walking over there. And I found out this guy had a heart attack.
Man.
And I was like, God, that's terrible.
But did he die though?
He didn't die. He came back like a week later and picked it back up.
You gotta hurry, aren't you all about efficiency there?
Yeah.
That's
You would think, but
that's a bull.
they had other plans.
If I had a heart attack, I'd retire right there. Just screw that. Y'all gonna give me workers' comp.
There has been one death at our warehouse, and it was a long time ago before I even worked there. If I remember right, he was on a piece of equipment, and there are pedals on this piece of equipment, and if your foot's not on one of them, it won't go. And if you're moving and you take your foot off, it just kind of keeps going until it stops, which it'll stop kind of quick. Well, he was moving, and you kind of get like used to it, and you're not supposed to, but if it's moving a little bit, you have a tendency to just hop off anyways, because you're just that's how used to it you are. Well, he did that, but we have these big like yellow poles for like where people walk, so they have them by the walkway, so in case something happens, they'll hit that pole. Well, he got off while it was moving, and it like pinned him against the pole, and I guess like he had like too many like, or the injuries inside were just so bad that I don't think he made it to the hospital. But I mean, like they said you couldn't see anything on the outside, but it just squished him.
The
like
internal
yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna ask. We're all thinking, how fast are those things?
They're not very fast, but we're just thinking that he wasn't
That strong? You say he's weak?
that he wasn't that quick to get off, because he if the way they told me, he stepped off, and while it was still moving, and it just kept going and pinned him against the pole, I guess. But yeah, there was one death at my warehouse.
That was horrible. So Dakota, any work deaths around you? Other than the patient?
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't
Oh.
think about that one through.
It's like,
No conversation.
yes.
Too many.
Oh yeah, I don't
Be
know.
another one in Pepsi.
I don't even know what stories I could even tell. I don't even know if I have any funny stories. Just
HIPAA.
HIPAA and just stupid stuff happens.
There was one time when Pepsi boy called you while you were somewhere. Working.
Oh Lord, that's right.
You're
Oh,
working
you right. You
somewhere.
right.
It was a while.
Yeah,
a long time ago.
No, I was working at the hospital, and he didn't call me. He like messaged me through Messenger, like happy birthday. It was my birthday, and accidentally, like always, I hit the FaceTime button, and my volume was all the way up. Also, okay, and I have two other coworkers in the lab with me. All of a sudden, you hear, "What up, ho?" And I'm like over there beating the crap out of phone. I'm like, turn off.
Like, I just saw his panicked face as he's frantically slapping his phone screen.
I had one coworker turn around. She's like, "What was that?" I was like, "Nothing."
My ringtone.
It's my ringtone. It's like, "What up, ho? You haven't heard that song?" Oh,
Because it was his birthday, and we were both working in the same town by chance. So I was offering to take him to lunch, and instead I just wound up calling him a hoe very loudly.
oh, it just echoed in there.
I was like, why is he FaceTiming me? All right, YOLO.
God, I hit that button all the time. Yep, that did happen at my job. We had a patient and their boyfriend come in one time, and they left AMA against medical advice, but they stole. We didn't even get to do anything. They stole our package of alcohol wipes and bleach wipes. They're telling like, "Hey, you see those people out there?" I mean, they were gone.
Turn up.
And they're just like, they just stole our wipes. And this is before COVID ever. Like, this was years ago. So we're like, what you gonna do with those?
Sanitize their needles.
But other than that, I mean, I run into drunk patients all the time.
So Justin.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Any other Justin?
Well, first, I'd like to talk about who remembers Hastings.
Oh.
What?
I'm pretty sure I could say their name because they're
Hastings.
closed down forever now. But
The good old days.
yeah.
They come
Day
back.
after we release this.
They come back just to like imprison
to
you
do it.
somehow. Yeah.
It's our chance to get some money.
They said we're coming back.
It's like bounties in Warzone. He said, Hastings, get him.
Yeah, I actually worked there for a long time, and of course it's retail, so you run into all kinds of crazy people and everything. Nothing too notable. I've had people like throw movies before because they were mad at waiting or something like that. I don't know. Nothing really too bad. Horror stories in the bathroom, I never had to clean up, so I was like, okay. All right, cool.
Man.
But they always, of course, any place like that, they're like, oh, it's haunted. You know, ooh, you hear noises all over the place. It's a big store. There's a lot of stuff in there. And every time we close, we turn off the music because we're sick of it. And then we're going throughout the store. There's only maybe 3 people working. We're straightening everything up. And for a good 30 minutes. And the whole time you can always hear the racks of CDs like flipping over, like that frequent, like the whole time you're closing. And you go,
No thanks.
yeah.
God.
Even though you got them all straightened up. But yeah, it's crazy. But and then I hear people talk about stuff happening in the back room, the inventory room in the back.
What kind of stuff?
Receiving, I don't know, just noises and stuff.
What kind of noises?
I don't know. I don't remember. It was years and years ago.
How many years?
Promiscuous noises?
Sorry, it's like 5 or 6 years.
What did you
That
hear
was
it sound like?
6 years. But one time though, because I don't know if y'all remember, there was like a desk in the middle. I don't even remember what we called it, information station.
Yeah.
And we had a computer set up there. It was just convenient. And we were standing there, and there were racks behind us full of novelty stuff and plush animals and fake poop type stuff. And everything like that, yeah.
Oh, the fake poop.
Pong tables.
Fake.
And stuff, yeah. Well, there was stuff on the end of it on some hooks just hanging on there, and we would maybe close it. We were kind of talking about how haunted here, yeah, and everything. All of a sudden, it sounds like something just like fell like right behind us, and there was only like 3 of us in the store. Me and the manager were standing there, and the back room person was like all the way by the back room, and it sounds like something just like hit it, and we looked back, and the stuff on the hook was like moving, and it was only like 5 feet away from us.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all know I'm a scaredy cat. Dakota, I was almost in your life, bro.
It's open. Paige, don't listen to that.
Bro, my heart is beating so fast right
Perfect timing.
So
I know, we're telling
For your phone to go off.
and I was really into the story.
now. Woo! I was too. That's why it scared me so bad.
I was immersed.
Dadgum Amber Alert. People stop kidnapping kids.
Or losing them.
Oh, Jesus, no.
Oh. I mean, well, some parents.
Yeah, fair enough.
But anyway. But yeah, we looked behind us, and the stuff on the hooks were kind of like swaying, you know, as if it had just been hit. So I looked around. I was like, well, maybe something above it fell, but there's nothing off the hooks. There was nothing on the floor. There's nothing anywhere. Everything was in its place, but it looked like someone had literally just swooped their hand across it.
I think it's safe to say I would have just left.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
you know,
I was talking about it and inspecting, and you know, what, and then the back room person, she don't handle any of that stuff. She comes walking up from the back and is like, what's going on? And we told her what happened, and she's like, I'm done. I'm going home. And she went back to get her stuff.
That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
I would have ran out of there. Obviously.
that reminds me. On my way home, I would actually stop at Arby's to get some nice curly fries. Another shout out to good old Arby's in Ardmore.
Yeah.
So I like how this is kind of transitioning. Paige and I, we talk about this all the time. We're like, do we really believe in ghosts? We don't know.
Heck yeah, I believe in ghosts.
I mean, I had
But-
work stories, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, boy. Oh my bad. There you go. My bad.
No, but yeah, I like where you're
That's
going
my story.
though. But all else I was gonna say is the shoe store I work at now. It's of course we handle all kinds of people, and I've seen it all pretty much. And but most recently we were having fun with this one guy. I guess he's homeless. But
Well,
Jesus.
so he claims, I guess, I don't know, but he comes in the store and just tries to chat up, you know, one of the girls. He's not really hitting on her really, but he's just talking. It's
You
like,
gotta be bold to be homeless
Yeah.
and try to holler at somebody.
what else you got to lose?
That's fair.
it's kind of like, you know, we'll chat with you, but really we're not here for you to tell your life story or anything. We kind of need to, you know, got stuff to do and kind of help other people. And so he's going on and on. I'm just listening from the sidelines. You know, if he was getting inappropriate or anything like that, I was thinking, well, I could step in or something. But she's grown up; she can handle herself. So, but after a while, I was hearing everything, and I'm just like, man, this guy. I was like, it's just one of those guys, one of those conspiracy theorist type guys, man. And after a while, I made a bingo card. Like I was like, homelessness, check.
That was free space.
Yeah. Brother tried to kill me, check. Government's after me, check. Like type 1 diabetes, check. It's just like it was. He just it got more and more like unbelievable. It was funny. He come back a few times where he's actually all right. Like he even bought a shirt last time. He's kind of, but it's just like really like we're trying to work. Like we're not gonna buy into all this stuff. So, but
Dang.
we get occasional people. Like, other than that, like rowdy customers or or people who come in are just kind of straight rude or something. I don't really let that get to me anymore. Like I'm more or less like they got problems at home. And they come in, I'll try to make them smile. But if that don't work, then I'm just like, all right, fine, bye.
Wait till they start calling you fat. Then
Yeah.
then you'll take that word. It wouldn't have been so bad if she wasn't like 4'8", like 250 pounds.
Yeah.
Like she's built like a jack-o'-lantern, and she's gonna have the nerve to call me fat. I know I'm fat. It's just not her place.
But projecting much?
Yeah. Should have took her wheelchair out the back of her car. Get on my back of her. See how she get in her house in. Roll her tail in there. Roly poly.
You should probably die and become a ghost.
Oh! Was that a cue?
I'm gonna leave now.
He's gonna leave. We're gonna have an Amber Alert. The ghost.
So, do y'all have any hauntings or anything?
I don't know. Again, I don't know. I don't know about ghosts, but I know weird things happen. So this is when I was living with Bodis, and this might have been just before your time living with us.
He said this before your time, young blood.
Just some weird things that at least Paige and I witnessed in that house. There was we'd hear some knocks. There was a time there was a back room we kind of used for storage. I turned the light off and I closed it. Came back to Paige and Brandon in the living room, and I was like, "Oh shoot! I don't know if the cat's out of there." I go back to go check, but the door is completely open and the lights turn back on. So I was like, "Okay." I was like, "I don't even know how to rationalize this." I'm like, "That's weird." But one of the weirdest things is I would feel like I would play games at the foot of my bed because my TV hung on the wall, and it'd feel like the cat would jump on behind me on the bed. You'd actually feel the bed like, and I'd turn around every time. Nothing was it. It didn't freak me out, which is probably even weirder. But I'd turn around every time. Nothing was there, and
I'm honestly thinking it could have been a spring in the bed.
Dakota's like, I had a water bed though.
my bed's
Oh, it was a bubble.
Yeah.
my bed.
It was the motion of the ocean.
Thanks for being insensitive.
But-
My bed's just a blanket on the ground.
Now, I had a weird experience in that because I think I slept in that room at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Like that used to be my room, and I think that was when it was just me and Bodis actually.
Mhm.
And I was sleeping, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and I thought I heard something like kind of like a wind noise or something. But then all of a sudden, there's like a flash of light in my face. It could have been like a sleep paralysis thing or something, but it was like flashing light in my face, like something like a flashlight wiggling in my face, and I heard like kind of like a ghoulish screaming type noise, as weird as that sounds, but yeah. So
Y'all some drug
after
addicts.
that, I kind of like flipped my covers off and kind of like like what the heck, and yeah, I was like and nothing. So I was like, okay.
It's so funny you guys have these experiences in this house, and I've never experienced anything.
Yeah, you've been for the longest.
Knock on wood.
Goes back tonight.
All right, my turn.
Yeah.
All right, so
Bad experience.
yeah,
Ooh, my boy.
so my aunt was with this guy.
Long story short, he shot it.
I went. Can you shoot a ghost?
I mean, I guess you can. It won't do anything, but
Probably
I guess you
It
can.
hurt their feelings.
Yeah, they'd probably be real upset.
I died because I got shot, and I got just shot again.
If you learned anything from Supernatural, you can use salt.
Bet. I got a salt gun,
Oh, there you go.
so I can shoot a ghost. I don't want to flex on you guys, but no. Anyway, so my aunt was with this guy, and his dad had bought a house at an auction, and he didn't find out until he had moved in that like a whole family had been murdered in this house.
Yeah.
Like, I could take you to the house today.
I've seen this movie. Yeah.
It's
I've seen this
no,
movie.
No, this is not a movie. This is real life. What I experienced, and I could take you to the house.
Okay.
We can go this weekend.
We'll go. Let's go.
At night,
And no,
no lights,
no
salt.
there's like a certain time of year that like you can hear like little kids playing, but you don't see little kids. It's like mad sketchy, and like like if you were there at night, you could just see like little like it looked like eyes like in the window looking at you. It was mad sketchy. Like it'd just be like staring. And I'm like, I spent the night there one time. Never again.
Never
It was
again.
mad sketchy. Yeah.
God.
So the video that will make us famous is staying the night there.
Yeah.
While
Y'all
playing
can.
scary games.
Count your boy out.
But you keep the blicky on you.
I do, but I'm not gonna be. I can't shoot a ghost with a 9mm, baby.
Get your salt gun.
I can bring my salt gun.
We'll just all load up on salt guns.
I mean, but I'm not going. I'll loan one of y'all my salt gun.
Will you at least stay outside in your
No,
car?
no,
Won't even shoot from the car?
no,
Not even.
no.
Okay.
We'll get him. We'll get him.
No, you won't.
What if I put floodlights around the car?
Still no. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at a negative 487. So
There's a chance.
So just work that out. No, it was mad
Could be
sketchy.
negative 488.
I mean,
It
could be
could
worse.
be, but it could also be. I'm just not going. Like it was
Jeez.
mad sketchy.
That's terrible. How did you not flip out? Like, if you said you saw the eyes though.
Yeah, but where was I supposed to go? I'm not gonna go outside with it.
I would have ran out of the room.
To do what? If that ghost wanted to get me, it could have got in the
Poop my
house.
pants, something. You think I'm gonna poop my pants in front of the ghost? No.
Bruh.
That gives them
That's
enjoyment.
I would have.
You're right. Maybe I would just pooped at him. I'm just.
So you're
I'm
gonna be
just
like,
saying.
take this ghost. Then turn around
I mean,
and pull your
ghosts terrify
pants up.
people. What are they gonna think if you just?
I don't know, dude. It's freaking weird. But like, just like, imagine like being in the house at like 2 in the afternoon and you just hear, "Ring around the rosy."
Oh,
and
shoot.
then you look outside, there's nothing there. It's weird. You can just hear kids outside playing, and it sounds like they're in the front yard, but there's nothing there. It's mad sketchy.
Does anybody live there now?
I don't think so.
Didn't just move out just cause, or you're like, man, this freaked me
I don't
out.
know. The
Little kid watches me pee. I
the guy that my aunt was with, she left him, and his dad that actually lived in that house, he passed away, not in the house. But he passed away, and then I think they just kind of let the house go to the bank or whatever, because nobody wanted to live there, because it was mad sketchy. I hope it's burned down by now, but I don't know. I doubt it.
That'd suck because we'll just stay the night outside, I guess.
You can.
You can.
Dang.
Don't know, I'd be right there with you
Yeah,
because
no.
I can't even play Alien or Dead Space by myself on the easiest difficulty.
No, see, I ain't about that life. I don't know how y'all be playing these scary games.
Well, spin energy, 12 death. After grab battles.
I was gonna say I knew he was doing the ERB, but I didn't remember what happened after that.
It showed it.
I'm done with ghost stories.
I don't know if I've experienced anything else weird.
All I know go ahead.
No, that was nothing.
Okay. All I know that I've experienced is my parents said when I was younger, when we lived in this one house, they would hear me talking in the room, and they go in there, and I'm looking at the closet, talking to somebody, having a full-on conversation. That's the only thing I can remember. Yep, that's been all I got. This isn't really scary, but one time in the warehouse, I was in the freezer, and there's like no like outside light, it's just the lights on the ceiling they have in there, and we had some kind of like power surge, and all the lights went out, and not all the lights. The only lights were the emergency lights on the fire exits, which there's like maybe 3 in that whole freezer. And this freezer is pretty big. And all the lights other than those went out, and it was just so dark in there. And when that happens, you have to hurry up, or you don't have to hurry up. I mean,
they didn't hurry for a heart attack.
Yeah. But I got in there as quick as I could.
Dang.
It's kind of creepy.
So anyone
I
else?
bet.
Anyone else ever get sleep paralysis? Weird moments like that? No?
I did once, but it wasn't freaky.
Yeah, that was a rare instance though.
Yeah.
Other times it's not really scary. Like, it was just that one time.
I hope I never have it again. So this was some time ago at my parents' house. The room that I was in continued to flood because it was a garage and they built a wall to make it a master bedroom, but the wall was crap, so it kept flooding.
Yeah.
So I basically just had a mattress and I slept on top of it. We took the bed. Now we took a lot out because we were getting new carpet and all that. So I was saying that to say how tall this thing was. This thing was basically as tall as the mattress, and that's it. It was like I think a queen size. I just woke up, air quotes, and I saw the thing run from the laundry room, which was also connected to my room, ran over, and I could hear my mom and sister talking. I was like, oh, I gotta get up and get ready for school, but I couldn't move. I didn't really try to move, but I couldn't. And it ran over, it jumped all the way up, turned the doorknob, door open, and it ran out. Just this weird black humanoid thing, and it was gone. And then
About how?
I woke up later. It was.
They're called little people.
This is a tiny person. This is tiny people.
What's his color have to do with it?
It was just purely black. I don't know. It was just tiny.
That's actually a Native American type story we always get told. Or older people, whether not mess with us or not, I don't know, but they always talk about the little people. Watch out for them. You know? That's what my mom actually, though. She actually talks openly about how she's actually seen one before.
She's almost a little person.
She
bro.
is.
She's like
but
5 foot tall,
still.
baby.
But I can't always exactly remember the name of them. I want to say they're called Kanakawasha. I think is what they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're not really supposed to talk about them. Like if they like help you or anything like that. If they like reveal themselves to you and try to help you, they're normally nice. Like they'll try to help you with something. And over time, like you'll have like good fortune and stuff. Everything come to you, but you can't tell anyone about them, or else bad things. Not sure what. It always varies from like death to like taking your face off.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Those are 2 very drastic things, bro. Like, I thought you were gonna say like death to like your shoe coming untied.
But
Those are 2 very drastic things.
It depends on the mood they're in.
Purple nurples.
But yeah, she said she saw it one time. She was riding a bike, and she said it was like on her wheel, like her pedals or something, like on the lower half of her bike, like trying to hang on. And she remembers like clearly seeing it, and like it was like a little person.
She was going too fast, and he was just hanging on. He was just screaming,
It's like, wait, Stuart Little? But yeah, supposedly it like ran off or something, or like I think she said it had clothes on or something.
how did it get off the bike?
Did it run off or fall off?
You finally took it.
It's like it's Woody and Buzz. But yeah, so that's she claims she saw one. I don't remember the description really, but I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, it was weird.
So.
Oh god.
That was awkward.
Scary stuff.
Yeah. I tried to catch a baby mountain lion one time. That was fun.
Man, you reminded me. I pooped myself.
Baby
So
mountain lions make you think about pooping yourself?
you know what?
No.
This is gonna sound really
No.
weird. Botus was there. he held my hand while it happened. No, I don't know if you'll remember this. Again, I was at my parents' house.
He's probably trying to block it out.
This is when we had the 2 little pit bull weenie dogs.
Old doodle booty over here. Why y'all put me by him?
I'm sorry, man. And had to go feed them. My parents, they used to live kind of out in the country, sort of. So I have to go feed them, and they were at the back of their yard, which was kind of out there. And we had a nice big pen for these 2 dogs, and I had to feed them every day. Usually it was around night. And we just got home from something. Brandon was staying the night. And I was like, you know what, I'll be fast. I didn't turn on the back porch light, nothing, because that porch light wasn't that great anyway. It didn't go far, so I was like, whatever. I've fed them in the dark before. So I'm just going down there, and I hear a blood-curdling scream / shriek, like, at the same time. Like, it is so freaking loud. Let me tell you, I dropped both cans because I was almost to their pen, and I just hear this woman just freaking out, just shrieking. Drop the cans. I take off. I lose a flip-flop. It goes flying. I'm still... And stupid here didn't unlock the back door when he closed it, so I had to run around the house. Yeah. And I walk in. My dad's like, "What's your problem?" And Brandon's like, "Yeah, what's going on?" I'm just...
I was watching Cops.
I said, my knees weak, palms sweaty. I was like, I heard something like a woman screaming out there. I sounded like Courage, like. And so my dad's like, huh? He's like, where's your flip flop? And so he goes out, like, we all go. The whole family's going back. Lights on. He's carrying a stick. I found a dinky stick, and I'm like, I'm still shaking. And then find my flip-flop in the cans, feed the dogs, don't hear anything. The next day, look around. I was like, our neighbor has some wild pigs. I'm like, oh, maybe they were shrieking, because I didn't even know they had them. No, the neighbor told me that. I was like, yeah, there's a mountain lion living back there somewhere. I said, oh! It's like, yeah, it's back there with 2 cubs. Yeah, in the dead of night, it scared the crap out of me.
When you hear that, like, up close, it makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not sketchy.
Like, they told me, you never forget that noise. Like,
I'm getting tense
now.
now.
Oh my gosh. I've never been so scared.
My cousins were up from San Antonio one time, and we're outside playing hide and go seek. And I employed my genius method of I pretend to be a tree shadow. So I just wear all black and just lay on the ground because it's dark, and it works every time.
I like it.
And so,
you look like a tree.
Yeah. So my cousin Brianna is it, and she walks by me like 4 times, and then all of a sudden we hear, "Wow!" like close, and I'm like, "Nope, I'm out," and like I jump up. And I scared her because she didn't know I was right there. So like I jumped up and I'm like, I'm going in the house. And I run in the house and everybody's like, what was wrong with you? I was like, you didn't hear that daggum mountain lion? And they're like, is that what that was? I thought that was you. I was like, no. I was like, no.
Like, do you think a tree shadow made that noise?
It was crazy. And I don't know where that thing was, but I did not want to find out.
Shoot, I don't blame you.
Dude, it was scary, and because I know that there's Black Panthers out by my house. I've seen them several times, and I just heard that wow, and I was like, nope, no, thank you. Man. I was like, pause, God. Pineapples.
I don't know what to think.
You should have just stayed there.
No,
it would have seen.
It works every time.
Honestly, you probably scared it away. It's like, oh my god, that shadow just got up.
What is that?
What is this? I can't wait to tell my bud.
I jumped up and I got some yonder. Shoot.
God,
yeah, man.
Because y'all know I can move when I'm scared. I can move quick.
I don't think I ever moved so fast in my life.
One time, I'm pretty sure you were there too, Botus. But it was me, you, like 4 of our other cousins. We were walking through the woods across the street from where our grandparents lived. And we go over there all the time. Sometimes with their grandparents, sometimes with their uncles, or 2 of us, 4 of us, but it just so happened there was a bunch of us together that day. So we're walking around. We know the area. It's not too big. You know, there's trees and little pond. You know, and we're walking through there, and we all kind of just, you know, we're all laughing, joking. And after a while, we kind of stop. It's one of the things that hurt someone. We all can stop and kind of look, and they hear, "Well, tell your kids about coming over."
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I wasn't expecting that.
I expected an animal noise.
I expected that.
Yeah, it was midday too, so like, and then and like none of us said a word. We all just instantly just bolted. We didn't see anybody, but we all just bolted back, and we weren't troublesome kids. Like we didn't like litter or deface anything or start fires, you know, nothing like that. We always just walked around, and so we were just all just bolted back, and got back to our house, and like literally the house is like the other side of the street is where the wood starts pretty much. So we all get out, run across, get back to our yards, and like asked our uncles. They're just like, "Oh, that was you, wasn't it? When you were standing up there?" And they're like, "No, that wasn't us." Like, so
Holy moly.
Very well could have been too.
Just
but-
made some, I don't know. I think we just made someone mad or something. I don't know, so. Or maybe they wanted to give us a scare. Or something.
Yeah. They're probably sitting over there laughing still.
They got their own podcast going. We're talking about this time.
I told you, get out of here. I swear they usually came in like twos, maybe fours, but it was a lot of them.
Scared the whole tribe.
It's a whole herd of these little Indian kids come running.
The one that chunky one took off. His head just flew on back.
But he did get it.
One of them looked like Bruce Lee. Because Lennon was with us.
Yeah.
He was the oldest one at the time. He was maybe not even 18 yet. Most of us are 3 years younger than him. So
Just for the record, I was chunky at this time.
Yeah, he was
Every
the
time I would take off running, my head would start slowly going back.
But now when you took off, did it just go immediate tilt? Just
Yeah,
freaking rocket it.
Wind resistance. man got whiplash.
Modus actually saw the guy coming out of the woods. He's looking so far back.
he's right behind us.
I can see him. I can see him.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus, take the wheel.
That was beautiful.
Scared the whole tribe. Oh man, that's funny.
I forgot about that though. When you were building that up.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I'm starting to see some connections. Bodus is always there.
If bonus is around, bad things will happen.
Exactly. Get ready to run. You don't know when. Just be ready.
I did almost get attacked by a wild hog one time.
Ooh.
That was fun. Well, actually, I don't know if it was about to attack me or not, but it could have. I was walking from my uncle's house to my house, which is like, what did you say, like a quarter mile, maybe a little bit more?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, give or take.
Because if you take the road, and I was on the road, and I kept hearing something in the woods beside me, and I was like, what the heck is that? And I kept looking over, and I couldn't see anything. And then there was like this little clearing, and I looked over, and I just see this big old hog, and I'm like, I was like, I might have pooped a little bit. I was like, but don't run, because if you run, he will get you. And I'm like sidestepping, watching him, he's watching me, and then all of a sudden he just turns around and takes off, and I was like,
Oh god.
So,
yeah, it was tough. So
Is
I
that-
pooped my pants too,
is
buddy.
oh man,
I didn't poop, but I was turtle heading.
I don't know what happened that night. I ran
You also
so.
had a prairie dog out there.
Yeah.
That's an animal. turtles.
When I ran, if I pooped, I ran so fast it just fell out and just zoomed on out, clean.
Distraction.
You know, that my line probably was chasing me. I said, "Oh my god, what is that?"
Is that jerky? It's people jerky. It's my favorite jerky.
It's great. All you gotta do is scare them.
They give you jerky.
Play Mario Kart throwing rotten bananas. Oh gosh.
Every time I yell, they give me a candy bar.
This is great.
Oh man. I've never had any experiences like you guys. I mean, the closest one was in the same wooded area, and me and my uncle Cecil, I called him Doe, my Uncle Doe, and we went across, and we always just go like walk around, and he'd always show like all their spots they had in there. And one time we were walking back, and I didn't see anything, but he's like, he calls me Bubba Roo. He's like, Bubba Roo, be still now. I was like, I'm a little kid at the time. I'm like, what do you see? And he's like, there's a bobcat over there. And I was like, what? Bobcat? And I start raising my arms up, pick me up, pick me up. And then we just kept on. We took a different way because there's a pond. There's like a little like side trail on the pond when it wasn't covered up. We ended up going that way, and the trail on the other side, like the woods, is where we went in at.
Yeah, and that's where we got yelled at.
Yeah, it was that side.
Big wooded area, so I didn't see anything. So.
But that was it. I didn't see anything, but he said, well, I don't know if he was trying to scare me, but
Yeah, they say all the time, like, oh, here's a bobcat. It was out in front the other day by the street. And so.
Well, I know I know some people that I go to church with, the Posies. They live over there, and they go walking in that graveyard a lot.
Oh yeah.
And they've seen bobcats a lot out there. So there probably was bobcats over there.
Yeah, I'd never actually seen one.
Yeah.
So. We played outside all the time. We still never seen one.
Bro, y'all know that big pecan tree in my backyard?
Yeah.
Well, me and Letitia, we were outside moving wood out from under it. We were loading it up in the back of my grandpa's truck. And we both reached down, and my hand felt something that felt weird. And I was like, what the heck is that? And I picked this log up, and there's this big old rattlesnake coiled up.
Oh.
And I touched it. And Letitia takes off screaming and runs in the house. And I'm like, Grandpa! And I threw that log back on. Like, Grandpa! Wham! Threw that log and took off. And I jumped in the shed. That was the closest thing. I just jumped in the shed. And I don't remember who yelled snake, because I know I didn't. But next thing I know, I hear pop, pop. I got it. And we walked out and he shot the snake. So, but that was mad sketchy. I don't understand how people have snakes as pets. It makes my skin crawl and it's disgusting. And y'all can fight me.
I don't have a problem with snakes.
You should. They're gross.
I don't like snakes. I really don't.
That's how it should be.
We killed one time. We were on it was when I was an extra in a Chickasaw documentary. I never seen documentaries, so I don't know if it even came out or not. But yeah, I was just chilling. Like they weren't filming my part yet, so we had a whole bunch of us out there in gear out in a replica village, and one of them was they were all filming like a sick elder hut kind of thing. So I was like, I'm legit gonna be like a native. I'm just gonna lay back on this prop sack of wheat and just lay back, just put my hood down, just relax for a bit. I'm like, all right, cool. And then like. Not even like 2 minutes into that, here snake, and like I didn't like react fast. I just kind of like lifted up, like what? Like, and I was like, well, it's not wise to lay down anymore. So I just got up, and then like it was like a couple old ladies were like sitting in the middle on a blanket, like they're supposed to be like basket weavers, and they were trying to hurry and get up, and that's slithering right by them, and of course, but we're like, I'm like, oh, it's just a snake. I don't mind it. They're at the reunion all the time. They're all around us when we're down there.
Yeah.
You just don't see them. But
yeah, because I shot that one that was in the creek
yeah, they're
a couple years. Last year I went.
but yeah, but it was like no, there's people around, we gotta kill it. So no one was really doing anything. Like someone was coming over to look at it, like the staff members, and I was like, this is a lawsuit on if you try to do something get hurt. But I was like, I don't care. So I grabbed we had like some farming tools there, and I grabbed a hoe and they got a rake and I grabbed that hoe.
Where the hoe
Went up to it, and I had been practicing with like kind of staff kind of stuff. Like I'm not at all like that, of course. Like so like I instantly like went into like my fighting pose, and it was just like and it was like bobbing and weaving, and I was hit at it and it was bobbing and weaving and just like.
Every time I think of like a gardening hoe, I just think of that scene with a Cat in the Hat. Where
Oh,
he's
yeah.
dirty hoe. I'm just playing. I love you, baby.
Yes.
Eventually, I locked it down, and then someone else came up and like was stepping on it. And the guy he's playing some character back in history. He's like Pio Minko's friend or something. He was known for like he's very flamboyant. Carried an umbrella around, so he walks up with this prop umbrella is like pressing down on his head. Out of nowhere, like there's like three of us focused on the snake, like crowded around it, and he's like behind someone else, and I'm like watching the snake really. And all of a sudden I see an umbrella come down on top of the snake's head, like just pressing the head down while we work on the neck and like take the neck off, and like so it was hilarious.
Oh
just,
my
like,
gosh.
So, but we got it. We got it.
Heck yeah.
Does a snake have a neck?
We got this Cinti. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Wouldn't it
just
be
a
all
long
neck?
neck.
Yeah.
It's just all neck. Yeah. Can you choke a snake?
Get philosophical. The next podcast we're gonna answer.
Yeah.
Does a snake have a neck?
Can it be
Go
choked?
find the snake. Can you breathe? I'm not gonna touch a snake.
Can you choke a
Grab,
snake?
grab that old rattlesnake's maraca and choke it.
Yeah.
See if it'll work.
Because those snakes eat like some big things, you
Yeah.
know? So like,
I don't know.
Maybe they just don't breathe.
they were just
They ain't got
just
no-
a head and leg.
So-
They ain't got no neck.
Guys, it sounds like we gotta do research
No,
for
no.
next time.
I dropped out of college. I ain't doing no research. I'm gonna let you do research.
All right, I'll do it. I'll answer your questions next week.
Next week. Oh,
Well, next week we'll have a snake and we'll
no, we won't.
we'll interrogate it.
See if we can Bart Simpson that hoe. Can you breathe?
It took me a second to start
Oh, you haven't heard me do that before? Talk about Bart Simpson, my cats all the time.
That's,
Yeah, they jerks.
no cats were harmed in the making of this episode of the Poop Scoop.
I would never hurt them. Arby's, they have the meats.
That you want in your mouth.
Give him some money.
But that's all the time we have here for the Poop Scoop. Tune in next time on our next episode, and we will have this answer if snakes have necks or not.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see.
And don't forget, everything sneaks. Sneaks? Stinks!
Everything sneaks.
I was legit thinking of sneaking on a snake. Thinking of snakes sneak.
You trying to sneak?
Trying to sneak.
Why
the
don't you
stink.
sneak and redo that? Try it again.
Sneak around. Where everything stinks.
There we go. That's right.
Yay.
Sneaks my butt.